So video number 5, we're going to talk about strategies to invoke call to action. One of the biggest mistakes that we all make at one time or another is that we create assumptions in our mind that we assume that people already know what to do next. So having a call to action is key. Telling somebody exactly what they need to do next. Because if they're interested, they want to know. If they're not interested, obviously they're probably going to quit and exit. But if they're interested and they want to know, but you're not necessarily telling them exactly what to do, then they're going to get frustrated. Some might contact you if they're really desperate, but if they can't and they don't know exactly what to do next and exactly how to do it, then you're going to lose out on sales. So you need to make sure that you're clear about what to do next, which is basically the call to action. So the call to action can either be text or image, like I said. Try out different call to action styles apart from the usual rectangular button. So I'm going to give you some examples here that you can apply to your infographics. So number 1, you can have bulletproof images. So actual images that you can have on the infographic itself that shows somebody taking some sort of action. Number 2, you can use a contrasting color to the background. And when I refer to the background, I'm referring to the background of the infographic itself. So let's say, for example, the infographic is blue. You could make the call to action orange. Now, if you know anything about colors, you know that blue and orange work really well together. Blue invokes that type of emotion that says calm. And then orange says take action. Now, if you put a red button in certain cultures and majority cultures, red means stop. Red can mean happiness in other cultures. So obviously you need to know who you're targeting and what culture they might be in as far as the majority goes. Now, like I said, a red button might not mean take action. So what I recommend that you do is you head on over to Google and you type in the keyword color psychology. And you will actually be able to get access to images that will tell you blue means this, orange means that, and you can use those colors to your advantage on that infographic in the call to action. So like I said, blue and orange work really good together. Orange works really good as far as getting people to take action. You'll notice, like, for example, PayPal. PayPal is such a big company and they test this type of stuff. And you'll notice that they use blue and orange. A lot of companies use blue and orange because that helps get people to take action. Now, you don't want to use certain colors that might invoke stuff like stop or something that isn't calming. So I would advise you to take a look at those different colors. The third one is to add visual cues such as arrows that are pointing to your call to action. So maybe around that orange box or whatever box that you decide to use. Adding red arrows in this case is fine because the arrows are actually saying stop and it's pointing towards the actual button itself. The problem arises when you place the call to action as a color that means stop or some sort of negative color. So as long as that's the case, that's fine. But arrows work really, really well. Number 4, strategically place the call to action right before each section break. So you can add additional call to actions throughout your infographic. So don't want to put too many, but you want to put just enough to make it so that it's pretty obvious what they need to do next. You can also create multiple clickable text, objects, or images that would lead to your page. And number 6, you can tell viewers what they need to do and why they need to take action. You can add some scarcity as well to get them to take action immediately, and that will help you greatly. So that brings us to video number 6, and we're going to talk about tools, free tools and paid tools. And then we're going to actually utilize one of the tools in video number 7.